Lagos State Governor calls for a collaborative effort of Nigerians with government ahead 64th Independence celebration. Federal government hands over 64 compressed natural gas buses to Labour and student union leaders. On France, scene Marburg virus outbreak kills 6 persons in Rwanda. And in sport, FIFA unveils stadia for 2025 Club World Cup United States. Now the details. I am Sarah Adesanya. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has called for a collaborative effort of all Nigerians as the country pulls through the current economic situation ahead of its 64th independence anniversary. Governor Sanwo-Olu stated this at the Thanksgiving service organized by the Ministry of Home Affairs as part of activities marking the National Independence Day. The governor, who was represented by his Deputy Chief of Staff Sam Egube, described the theme of the celebration, Rebuilders of Broken Foundations, taken from Isaiah 58, verse 12, as apt, especially at this period when the country is going through challenges that have threatened its peace and development. Governor Sanwo-Olu urged Nigerians to exercise more patience with the present administration in the country as they contribute positively to the healing renewal of the nation by being patriotic and showing love to one another.
Governments alone cannot bear the weight of transformation. Every individual has a role to play in rebuilding the foundations of our great nation. Responsibility for governance by the citizen must go beyond the ballot box to active participation through organized feedback mechanisms, lobbying, volunteering, and enterprise that shape the evolution of our physical spaces and our interaction with one another.
The governor also pledged his administration's commitment to addressing the immediate and long-term needs of the people by building critical foundation for socio-economic development of the state through transformational programs and projects in transportation, education, technology, health, amongst others, to drive the state's economic growth. Earlier in his sermon, Bishop Jeremiah Adeyemi of CMAG International Ministry urged Nigerians to be patient and in humility seek the face of God for divine turnaround as the country pulls through the economic current rebuilding process.
In the journey of nation building, governments alone cannot bear the weight of transformation. Every individual has a role to play in rebuilding the foundations of our great nation. Responsibility for governance by the citizen must go beyond. And thank God the Lord has given us beautiful people in this country, and they are doing their best, and we are believing God that the Lord will continue to orchestrate their steps, be with them, give them wisdom, more knowledge, more understanding to take Nigeria to our expectation.
Prayers were offered for the President, Vice President, and their families. Governor Sanwo-Olu and family, members of the Lagos State Executive Council, residents of the state, peace and unity of Nigeria, Greater Lagos, other states, economy, security, amongst others. The event was attended by members of the State Executive Council, top government officials, party faithful, voluntary and religious bodies, representatives of security agencies, students, amongst others. Lagos State Government has inaugurated a state-of-art remote control system for primary health centers, PHCs, and Health District 1 to bolster healthcare delivery in this district as part of efforts to enhance healthcare at the primary level. Wife of the Lagos State Governor, Ibijake Sanwo-Olu, who spoke during the inauguration, said the system is expected to improve healthcare access for residents of Lagos Health District 1, particularly in underserved areas. Mrs. Sonlu was represented by the wife of the chairman, Egbe Dimu LCDA, Omolola Sonyolu, highlighted the significance of remote control system, saying it enhances efficiency by providing real-time monitoring of PHCs and facilitates remote consultations between patients and specialists. She reaffirmed the Babajide Sanwo-Olu's commitment to leveraging technology to enhance healthcare delivery, particularly in rural and underserved communities. Lagos State government has urged town planning officers posted to various ministries, departments and agencies, MDAs, to play their role in ensuring adherence to physical development plans and project implementation. Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development, Oluyinka Olumide, made this known in Alausa during an interactive meeting with town planning officers 7 in various MDAs. He said physical planning is the bedrock of any meaningful development and should be so respected by all MDAs of governments, drawing their projects from the provisions of the master and model city plans. While urging planning officers to make their impacts felt in their posters, to provide the needed professional services and guidance, Olumide said the ministry would not relent in its efforts to provide the enabling environment for better performance. He expressed confidence that the interactive session, which will now be held every month to review activities and compare notes, will go a long way in repositioning physical planning in allied MDAs. The Nigerian Railway Corporation, NRC, has announced plans to investigate allegations of ticket racketeering involving some officials of the Abuja-Kaduna train service. NRC's Deputy Director of Public Relations, Yakub Mahmood, who stated this in a statement issued in Abuja, said some officials have been exploiting passengers' difficulties with the online booking platform to engage in ticket racketeering. Mahmood explained that to address this unfortunate situation, NRC's management has set up a team to investigate, while also instructing the Director of Operations to increase the frequency of train services on the route within the next 2 weeks. He appealed to the public, especially passengers, to be able with the NRC, assuring them that the issue will soon be resolved. Troops of 6th Division, Nigerian Army, in conjunction with other security agencies, have sustained their crackdown against economic sabotage in the Niger Delta, dismantling 20 illegal refineries and impounding 22 boats. The troops also arrested 11 suspects, seized 6 arms of various calibers, cartridges, as well as over 118,000 liters of stolen products. A statement signed by the acting deputy director of 6th Division Army Public Relations, Danjuma, said the operations covered rivers, Bayelsa, Delta, and Akwa Ibom states. Danjuma added that the troops continue to conduct aggressive patrols on the hinterlands as well as waterways to ward off criminal activities in the region. In an effort to alleviate the challenges of transportation, the federal government has handed over 64 compressed natural gas CNG buses to labor and student leaders at the State House in Abuja. Special Assistant to the President on social media, Dada Olusegun, made this known in a statement and video shared on X. A statement added that the 64 CNG buses, about 100 capacity. A lawmaker representing Borno South Senatorial District in the National Assembly, Ali Ndume, has expressed concern over the high level of corruption in Nigeria, describing it as a significant challenge facing the nation. Ndume stated this during an interactive session with journalists in Kano State. The lawmaker noted that in other developed countries, people would question how, when, and where such an individual acquired their wealth, but the opposite is the case in Nigeria. I mentioned that several attempts to pass a law addressing unexplained wealth in Nigeria has been thwarted. Vice President Kashim Shettima is back in Abuja after representing President Bola Tinubu at the just concluded 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly, UNGA, in New York, United States. His arrival was announced by spokesperson Stanley Nwokocha in a statement in Abuja. While in New York, the Vice President presented Nigeria's national statement at the general debate and engaged in bilateral meetings and numerous sideline events that took place at the General Assembly. Shettima will proceed to join President Tinubu to mark some events put together as part of activities commemorating Nigeria's 64th independence anniversary. And now in foreign news, 6 people have died from an outbreak of Marburg virus in Rwanda. Health Minister Zabin Nzanzira, who announced this, said most of the victims were healthcare workers in a hospital intensive care unit. He also said 20 cases have been identified since the outbreak was confirmed on Friday. Nzanzimana said that authorities are intensifying contact tracing, surveillance and testing to help contact the spread, while urging people to avoid physical contacts to help cut the spread. The health minister said officials are tracking about 300 people who would come in contact with individuals affected by the Marburg virus. Marburg, with a fatality rate of up to 88%, is from the same virus family as Ebola, and it spreads to humans from foot baths and then through contact with bodily fluids of infected individuals. Symptoms include fever, muscle pain, diarrhea, vomiting, and in some cases, death through extreme blood loss. And in sport, FIFA has unveiled the 12th stadia in the USA that would host the highly anticipated FIFA World Cup 2025, bringing together the top 32 clubs from across the globe to compete for the prestigious title of FIFA Club World Champions. This announcement marks a significant step for FIFA, though some clubs have expressed concerns over the tournament's impact on their already crowded calendars. The tournament kicks off on Sunday, 15th June 2025, and will culminate with the final on Sunday, 13th July 2025, at MetLife Stadium in New York, New Jersey. This venue will also host the FIFA World Cup 2026 final, further establishing its status as a major footballing hub. The 11th Federation of the African University Sports, EASU Games, start EASU Lagos 2024, has ended with the American University in Cairo, Egypt, topping the medal table with 82 medals. Host Lagos State University, LASU, and the Lagos State University, UNILAG, took second and third positions with 84 and 98 medals each. The Games, which commenced with funfair at the UNILAG Sports Complex on Saturday, September 21, closed with a glamorous ceremony at LASU Sports Complex, Ojo, Lagos. And the highlight of the ceremony, the FASU flag, was handed over to the American University in Cairo, who will be hosting the next edition of the competition in 2 years' time. But just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that Sonoro administration constructed watchtowers with alarm bells and perimeter fences in model colleges? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To the news, have highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has called for collaborative efforts of all Nigerians as the country pulls through the current economic situation ahead of its 64th independence anniversary. In an effort to alleviate the challenges of transportation, the federal government has handed over 64 compressed natural gas (CNG) buses to labor and student leaders at the State House in Abuja. We also told you that 6 people have died from an outbreak of Marburg virus in Rwanda. And in sport, FIFA has unveiled the 12th stadia in the UFC that will host the highly anticipated FIFA Club World Cup 2025, bringing together the top 32 clubs from across the globe to compete for the prestigious title of FIFA Club World Champions. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Olowokoroku. I am Sarah Adesanya. Thank you for listening and God bless you.
They drive JJ on top of the road. My name is Aramide. Remember, say safety day very important.
Not the small thing, no. You know what Jimmy tell me?
Testing. Hello, somebody. What's our problem going on? And what's the issue? You are inside motor, you shop corn, you throw it to the window. You are inside motor, you wind down, you are washing hand after chopping amala. What is the problem? Every time somebody wants to overtake, that is when you not give them bumper to bumper. You won't let them enter line. Why? Do they want to carry road from you? Ladies and gentlemen, let's be civil on the road. Be careful. Look out for other road users. Check your tires before you leave your house. Check your car. Make sure it's in good condition. And most importantly, know the traffic rules. Go to a proper driving school. Stop doing falafel on the road. Drive safely, Lagos. This is Frank Donga.
Casa, Badimi Farabale, arrive alive. Drive with your lights always on. Mapara, you gotta come live on. Don't text and drive. Be visible. If nights don't reach, turn on your lights. Stay away from distraction. Don't impress your phone. Don't follow life break up. I love you, Badimi. Gas to stay alive. Tiger.
Mr. B say, now we will not rush when anything will concern traffic matter. They shall for we state and outside join.
But in case they try reach us and we line they too busy or you know they reachable at all,
I beg you make una send us message on top 0809-912-0777.
whether as text message or for WhatsApp self. But remember, say that man, if no be you they drive to avoid Tory, we touch the ad.
The number again now 0809-912-0777.
Or you fit call us on top 0915-387-7127.
That now 0915-387-7127.